Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought it would be a lot of fun to look back at some old pictures of the property and look at the progress that Dave and I have made on improvements to the property over the years. I had to dig deep in the archives, but here are some pictures from 2012 that Dave must have taken, and they show a great front profile of the trailer. And also a nice shot of the gardens, which he had placed underneath this maple tree. And you can see there's really not much around the trailer. It's pretty much an open space. Now fast forward to 2015, and this is the year that Dave and I decided that we were going to move in together and that I was going to move up to his property. So before I go on and we look at before and after pictures, I just want to show you where I came from. Can you figure out which townhouse I owned and lived in? Yeah, I bet you can figure out what direction this is going to go in, can't you? So the first thing I did was this. Yep, there you go. I felt so much better when the shrubs came out. I can't even tell you how much better I felt. In 2016, we decided to give the old trailer a paint job. The original colors of the mobile home were red and white. We decided to go with turquoise and white with a black stripe. She's at the point where she needs another paint job, so I'm not sure yet if we're going to change the color scheme or stick with the original colors we picked. And if you haven't watched any of my videos, here's a good look at what our 2024 landscape is looking like in the garden currently. Yep, big difference, don't you think? We just put the fence in this summer, and I think it made a huge difference to the front of the property. Got lots more plans coming for the fall, and I'll be sharing that with you in a video coming up soon. In September 2017, we started on demo on the inside of the trailer, and here I am in full glamour gear. And if you were ever curious as to what the original layout of the kitchen was before we demoed it and rebuilt it, here's a great look at it. I'm just going to say this about working on old homes. You're going to find mold, you're going to find rot, you're going to have to replace studs, you're going to have to replace perhaps a header, you might have to replace a footer, you're going to have to replace framing, especially in these old mobile home trailers. They're just not watertight. And as you can see, we have jealous windows and they will leak. If the weather stripping is gone, they're going to have water coming in. Dave had to take the skin off of the outside of the trailer, and as you can see the mold, you can see the wood rot, and he had to replace all the framing on the walls. So in order to do that, we had to take all the walls out on the inside of the trailer. And then he removed the skin from the outside so he could get down and do the bottom footer on the trailer. He had to cut the floor out and replace soft spots in the floor because he had water damage and he had mold. If you're not doing this to your old campers and your old trailers, then you are going to have a mold infestation. There is no way you have a 75-year-old trailer or camper and you don't have this stuff going on inside of them. There's just no way. Unless it was stored inside for 65 years and never used. It's just not possible. In 2018, we took a break from the mobile home trailer, and Dave brought home this vintage 50s concession trailer he found in the junkyard, and it became his next project. It didn't have a frame, it didn't have wheels. He broke it all down, rebuilt it, and he made it into a vintage vending pop-up trailer for me to take to different markets to sell my vintage. In June of 2019, we had a leak in our apartment, and so we had to turn around and re-roof the cottage apartment and the garage. We decided to do a metal roof. It looked so good after we were done. We decided then to start ripping the asphalt fake brick siding that was on it off and replace it with hardy board siding. That was a lot of fun. We went down the back side and then we went down the other side, and we got to the carport side of our house and decided that we wanted to store the vending trailer under the carport, so we had to raise the carport up higher so the vending trailer would fit. But the end results turned out wonderful. I couldn't be more pleased with how everything looks now. In March of 2020, we replaced the siding on the garage, and we also rebuilt the carport, so we had more storage for cars. As you can see, my husband likes old cars. We've also worked on a lot of different landscaping projects around the property over the years. Lots of fencings, lots of plantings, lots of landscaping, and lots of fencing. We finally jumped back on the mobile home project in September 2021. Dave jumped back into taking the skin off the trailer and replacing the framing on the walls and also on the floors. In fall of 2022, we finished the back porch project and the trailer backyard fencing. We were getting ready to install the door that you see went in right here, and that would be coming from the kitchen onto the back porch. Dave was able to source the matching back door and also our kitchen cabinets from a local mobile home company that has been around for decades. We were really excited when we were able to mock up the kitchen in the trailer to get an idea of how the cabinets would fit and what we needed to do to make sure that we could keep them up, because they were going to be heavier than wooden cabinets. So you can see Dave added a lot of reinforcement to the walls. In March of 2023, we built the dividing wall between the living room and the kitchen, which is where the washer and dryer went. We continued with framing, doing insulation, and finally moving into drywall. In June, we finished up the railings on the back porch, and we were really excited when September came to move on to painting our kitchen cabinets to match our vintage washer and dryer. And if you've been following along on my old renovation videos, this is pretty much where we started doing more filming of our renovation. I'm going to end this video with some before pictures of the vintage mobile home kitchen compared to our renovated kitchen pictures. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon.